Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Steam's been rolling out some changes online that people have been noticing, and now there comes another one. Some people picked up on this on the mobile app, as well as some people refreshing. Pavel, head of Steam database, did note on Twitter some things a few days ago. I meant to cover this a few days ago, but a lot of things been going on as far as gaming news, free games, all that stuff, so I do want to head on and talk about this. And also, there are 2 free weekends going on Steam right now. No more free games, I think. We're chilling on the free games for a while, but we got some free weekends we'll talk about at the end. So more on that in a little bit. And outside of the Steam changes, they've also introduced something pretty cool called the DIY Collaborative Bundle. So we'll talk that's more relevant for developers, but something I actually think is really cool that they are setting up. Okay, so first of all, Pavel noted on Twitter some screenshots were also posted about different changes to the Steam store. Credit to user DeadSec Pierce over on Reddit for getting these screenshots because they were there for a little bit and then they reverted back to the regular form. It looks like some font changes and just some presentation changes. Now, if you have the Steam mobile app, I have it. I usually just use it to chat with anybody that's on my Steam friends list, but the Steam mobile app is not the greatest app in the world, to say the least. Especially if you're trying to do your shopping on the mobile app, that could use some work, but it looks like they are going to redesign the mobile app, but it also remains to be seen on whether or not this is going to parlay into some changes into the store itself. I feel like it is because based on what we've seen, it looks like they're putting changes into the download section, the library section, so it just seems natural that they are going to do not necessarily an overhaul. I wouldn't expect this to be a colossal overhaul where everything looks different, like some of those YouTube channel page changes we got way back in the day. I don't think it's going to be that, but I think we're just going to get some quality of life improvements and hopefully just make it a little bit easier to navigate, because that's really the most important thing about the store page. The store page, the core idea behind it is make it easy to navigate and make sure that people are being shown the games that are going to be the most relevant to them. Because if I'm being shown a bunch of MMORPGs, that's not going to do me any good, because MMORPGs is just something I can't really get into right now unless, you know, I have my odd times playing Final Fantasy XIV right now or something. You want to get games relevant to the people that are going to buy them, and Steam has actually done a pretty good job of doing that. You've got things like curators, you've got recommended games, everything like that. I think they do a pretty good job in getting those games to the consumer, but there are obviously improvements that they can make, and obviously it's always going to be a work in progress and what's going to be the most efficient way in getting that information to the consumer. But yeah, it looks like more changes are going to be coming. I would imagine these are all going to come together by the end of the year, because you also have to factor in Steam Pal, the portable Steam console, or whatever they're trying to do with that. I don't know how that's going to turn out. That's going to be something that's dictated by pricing, in my opinion, but we'll see how that ultimately turns out. Also, another Steam change. This is a pretty cool addition. DIY collaborative bundles. Now developers can set up their own cross-developer bundles on Steam. This was noted in the Steam community page, and I'll read you guys the first section. New functionality called Collaborative Bundles is now available and allows developers and publishers to create their own Steam multi-game bundles with other developers and publishers. We previously hand-curated and offered a few multi-creator game bundles on Steam, so you've likely seen examples of cross-developer publisher bundles on Steam in the past. What's new is now you can create and manage these bundles yourself, with Steam helping facilitating the collaboration. There's a rundown on how it works. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but what's cool about this is if you're an indie developer, you can, link up with other indie developers if you guys have similar games. Let's say you both made a Metroidvania title or something like that, and you want to make a bundle that's like underrated Metroidvania titles or something like that. If those games haven't hit the mainstream yet or something of that effect, you can create a bundle like that. Now, I don't know what's going to be the most effective way to do this. However, one interesting note, all participants are then asked by Steam to confirm the details of the bundle and any future changes to the bundle, including games in the bundle, bundle name, royalty split type, and any discount the group wishes to offer. So developers can actually link up with other developers, create a bundle, and offer their own discount as well, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I'm not a developer, I don't plan on releasing video games or anything like that, but if you're a smaller developer and you want to link up with another developer, curate some games together that would, theoretically go well together and offer all those games at a discount. Maybe one developer has 2 to 3 games that they've released, maybe another developer has 2 to 3 games they've released, they think they all complement each other, make a 6-game bundle, offer a discount. Hey, that sounds something that's pretty cool. How effective is it going to be? Is it going to be something a lot of people take advantage of? I don't know. But to me, on paper, this actually seems like something that could be quite effective. I like the idea of bundles, Steam game bundles, everything like that. Obviously, this is taking a page out of something like a Humble Bundle, or, you know, the bundles you see bundles everywhere, Fanatical, Humble Bundle, but it always remains a fact that, yes, there are all these e-tailers that offer great deals, but what I always notice is that the bulk of the attention is whenever Steam does something. Yes, e-tailers run their incredible sales. E-tailers themselves run amazing bundles. They run their big sales like a summer sale, a winter sale, XYZ holiday sale, and they run amazing deals. But when is the bulk of the attention on people buying PC games? It's during a summer sale. It's during a winter sale. It's when Steam is doing a big sale. The Epic Mega Sale got some attention, and it's a pretty good sale, all things considered, but it's not getting the attention that I imagine that the Steam Summer Sale is going to get, and I actually think e-tailers do a pretty good job in piggybacking off of it, because a lot of the times, a lot of these e-tailers will launch their sales right before a summer sale, right after it, and I think that's an effective way to do it. At least that's something I've noticed recently as far as different e-tailers doing it that way. But yeah, whenever Steam does something, what I'm saying is there always seems to be like a heightened level of attention surrounding it, and I can understand why. Like, there's a large amount of people on Steam that don't even know that a Humble exists, that a Green Man Gaming exists, and all that stuff where they can get really great deals. But nevertheless, I like the idea of DIY collaborative bundles. And lastly, I do want to note a couple of notable free-to-play weekends over on Steam. Everybody's favorite survival game, ARK Survival Evolved, is gonna see a free weekend. That's a joke to an extent, but seemingly this is a game that a lot of people are still relatively into, and it's seeing a free weekend and an 80% off discount. It's down to $9.99 for the base game. However, if you want the Ultimate Survivor Edition, that's going to run you back a pretty penny at $54.63. And yeah, ARK is still one of the most popular survival games on the market. There's north of 100,000 people online right now, obviously heightened a little bit by the fact that it is a free-to-play weekend, but still, it's one of the most active survival games. I'm not big into survival games these days, but yeah, obviously, it's something that a lot of people can get into. Free weekend, get a couple buddies, y'all download it over the weekend, and you can have some fun over the weekend, and if you enjoy it, you can ultimately buy the base game if you want. And also, Assetto Corsa Competizione, I hope I pronounced that right, you guys get the idea, that is seeing a free-to-play weekend as well, 60% off for $15.99 if you do want to ultimately buy the game. Obviously, a racing sim here, one of the more well-received racing titles on PC, 77 on Metacritic, and an 89% positive reception on Steam, so pretty solid, all things considered there. So those are the two free weekends this week on Steam. I don't believe there are any others, but do remember, Tell Me Why is free on Steam, and a bunch of other games are free right now, so if you want actual games to get for free, I've been doing a lot of videos on them, so hit the other videos and you guys can figure those out. And that's gonna wrap up this one. Again, Steam going through some changes, maybe to the mobile app, maybe to the store pages as well, library pages seeing changes, download pages seeing changes. Who knows when those are ultimately gonna get rolled out, but something to keep an eye on. New DIY collaborative bundles are being introduced as well. If you're a developer, that's something to look at. ARK Survival Evolved free weekend, and Assetto Corsa Competizione free weekend. That's gonna wrap up this one. If you guys have a request for a future video, comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.